Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I do have a few rules from our Iowa High School Athletic Association that I do need to read to you for any events that we happen to hold. In an effort to be able to stop the spread of COVID-19, we ask that you follow the social distancing guidelines and remain 6 feet apart from other spectators outside of your immediate household. Please follow all seating protocols set in place by our school administration. For your own safety, please sit where there is a blue piece of tape if you're in the bleachers. You may also sit or stand along the fence outside the track that is not in front of the bleachers. We apologize for any inconvenience, but no spectators other than the parents and students are allowed inside on the track this evening. While face masks or coverings are not required, they are recommended. We also encourage you to wash and sanitize your hands regularly and not to share drinks or food with other people. This is probably one of the more important ones here. When the commencement is completed, we ask that you exit the stadium with proper social distancing. Do not congregate in groups, and please refrain from handshakes, hugs, high fives, and fist bumps unless it is with family members within your immediate household. Again, these are rules from the Iowa High School Athletic Union, and we welcome you here this evening. If you'll all rise. I'm not sure what percent. Wait till KCRG is done. Not here this evening, so his diploma's got to be coming up in there, I believe, number 5 here. Not sure why that is.
Where are you going to be? Because I don't know the kids. So
well, I was going to be right out here and make sure they stop for the picture stuff.
How about we switch?
Well, Vita said she might go out there too. I can do that with her, and I can stay on this side over here.
That's fine. Yeah, but I don't want to see how this right kid. But I try to lie and say I do.
Sure. You want me down here by the diplomas then? And you on this other I'll do that. You're about between us. Everybody's there just Thank you, everybody. You may be seated. Good evening, everyone. My name is Eric Buchholz, principal of Washington High School, and I welcome you to the 2020 Washington High School commencement ceremony. The students sitting before me have achieved many accomplishments during their high school experience, and today we will officially recognize the class of 2020. Before we do that, I do have a few thanks that I want to make sure that I recognize for some of our people that are here this evening. First of all, to Kayleen, Carla, and Jonna, who have spent hours working and putting together your diplomas, making sure everything was organized, making sure all the scholarships are done correctly, all the awards were done correctly, and please just give them a big round of applause for all the extra time they put in. I would also like to thank Joan Hippen and Aaron Smith, not only for their help in setting up today. Joan Hippen works with a PTO, and you've seen some reserved spots here in the seating and out in the parking, and the money they raise from those goes to student scholarships. They have also been instrumental tonight in lining our students up and having them escorted in this evening, so please give them a round of applause. Another gentleman who works an awful lot behind the scenes that many of you would not be aware of all the different things that he has done. I'm going to give you one example up here. He has spent nearly 10 hours putting stuff up on this scoreboard that you'll get a chance to be able to see this evening. He came out and helped put up chairs in the rain last Thursday. He's been out all day today, sweating it up, trying to make sure that things were organized, like our trophies, our awards over on our table over here, making sure chairs are arranged in a straight order. So, Mr. Brent Van Welden, thank you very much for everything you've done. Another couple special thank yous to Lee Buchholz and to Christy Buchholz for helping check people in this evening, and to Tatiana Case for helping check in down at the other gate down there. Would you please give them a round of applause? One of those names that I slipped in there was my wife, Christy, and I also usually like to give her a special thanks because she has to put up with me. Please give her a round of applause. I would like to thank our school board for all the support that they give to our high school, especially what they've had to do during these past 3 months. The number of times they've had to meet, Zoom, whatever it happens to be able to try to help get things like this still accomplished. So please give those people a round of applause. I'd also like to thank Mr. Stone and Ms. Thode, who are seated up here with me, because they encouraged us to think outside the box. And what could we do a little bit differently when we were faced with circumstances like we've been faced with these past 3 months? So please give them a round of applause for being the encouraging back support for us. And last but not least, I would like all the fathers to stand. Please, fathers, stand. Today is a special recognition day for all of our fathers. Thank you for everything you do for all of our children. Please give them a round of applause. And now it is my privilege to present Mr. Stone, Superintendent of Schools in the Washington Community School District.
That may be the first time I've had somebody call it their privilege, but Today, we just want to welcome everyone, and we're happy you're here. We're happy we've been able to do something to celebrate this special time in your kids' lives. I promise I'll be short and sweet, nice and neat. First, we'll go with the quote that, as I was looking through today, really hits on what happened this year for our students. When we least expect it, life sets us a challenge to test our courage and our willingness to change. At such a moment, there is no point in pretending that nothing has happened or in saying that we are not ready yet. The challenge will not wait. Life does not look back by Paulo Coelho. Now, I always talk about three very important things to me. And these are the three things that I think are keys to success of your students and for everyone. We talk about at our district, we talk about being humble, hungry, and people smart. First, I'll talk about the people smart. I think it's extremely important for our students as you go out, you're going to be on your own for the first time. Be people smart. Find the people that'll help you, find the people that'll help guide you. Always turn to your parents and always turn to loved ones who care about you. They care about you and they'll help you through. Okay? Next one's humble. Never think of yourself being above anyone else, especially in this day and age. You just can't do it. Everyone's on the same playing field. We all think of each other the same, and we all should treat each other the same. If you're able to do that, that will get you further in life than anything else. The third one is hungry. Whatever you do, I don't care if you go to college. I don't care if you go to a 2-year school. I don't care if you go straight to work. Everything is great. Just do it passionately. Be hungry. Do it the best that you possibly can. Put it all on the line. I know it's one of those old sayings, put it all on the line, but it's so true. No matter what you choose to do, be passionate about it. If you're passionate about it, then you don't have to work. You just get to go and play every day. Okay, that's where I'm fortunate enough to be with my job. I love my job because I'm passionate about it. That's our goal for you, is that you love your job, no matter what it is, no matter what walk you choose. Be passionate about it and love it. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Mr. Stone. And now it is time to hear from our student speakers. Our first speaker is Caleb Baxter. Caleb is the son of Michelle and John Baxter. During high school, Caleb was involved in baseball, band, choir, and archery. He plans to attend Kirkwood College in Cedar Rapids this fall and transfer to Hillsdale after obtaining his associate's degree. The title of his speech is Glory Days, the Golden Years.
Out of all the lessons I've learned in high school, the most important one I've learned is to live in the moment, because in the blink of an eye, the moment will have passed, leaving you wishing you could relive it. Don't get me wrong, I've learned many other valuable lessons that will assist me in the years to come, but none of these lessons carry anywhere near the same weight that this lesson had. While my memories in middle and elementary school are a little fuzzy, my high school years are crystal clear. The journey that I traveled over the last 4 years was a wild one, and I'm glad it brought me here today. I remember during my freshman year, my friends and I got heavily invested in this one show called The Office. It is a comedy about office co-workers who, in a span of a few years, develop a special relationship with one another. Just watch it all depart in the final episode. Sound familiar? Despite being a sitcom, the aforementioned finale was a truly heavy one. Over the span of 200 episodes, the show worked its hardest to make you feel an emotional connection with the characters, so as to simulate the emotional bond that the characters are feeling with one another. But in that 201st episode, you see each of the characters, one by one, departing and saying their final goodbyes. Does that sound familiar? If that sounds familiar to you in any way whatsoever, look around. That's what we're doing here at this very moment. Like the characters of The Office, we've spent a majority of our lives together, bonding and creating relationships. Like the characters of The Office, we must now depart and advance our lives in a positive manner. Although we cannot let our high school experience loom over us in the future lives. Doing so will just drive us mad. There was a quote from that coveted final episode that I still remember after hearing it 4 years ago, and one that had the biggest impact on the following 4 years of my life. It was a quote by one of the characters, Andy Bernard, that went, "I spent so much of my time here at Dunder Mifflin thinking about my old pals, my college a cappella group. The weirdest thing is now I'm exactly where I want to be. I got my dream job at Cornell, and I'm still thinking about my old pals, only now they're the ones I've made here. Wish there was a way to know when you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. Someone should write a song about that." I feel as if this quote is heavier and more impactful on me now than it was when I first heard it, because now I'm experiencing it firsthand. This is the quote that taught me the lesson to live and let live. And this is the quote that I will plan to take me throughout my entire adult life. I remember during my sophomore year, I became infatuated with a band called Iron Maiden. On their album, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, they wrote a song called Wasted Years. The chorus of that song had a similar thematic message to that Andy Bernard quote I just read. The chorus went, "So understand, don't waste your time always searching for those wasted years. Face up, make a stand, and realize you're living in the golden years." This is the quote that made me realize just how short life is. We've all heard our elders tell us that life is short and tell us about how they wanted to do so much when they were young but never did. We've all just brushed it aside and thought to ourselves, well, here goes this old song and dance again. What if I told you they were right? We've already lived about a quarter of our lives already, talking to the graduates, of course. So after a year of So after I listened to this song, I made a pledge to myself not to live in the wasted years. So never use your age as an excuse. You're a lot older than you think. I remember during my junior year, I heard a song by the progressive rock band Styx that was called "Fooling Yourself, the Angry Young Man." The song is about a young man who works himself to death in order to provide a perfect future for himself without stopping to take a break and enjoy his life now before it abruptly ends. The intro to the song goes, "You see the world through your cynical eyes. You're a troubled young man, I can tell. You've got it all in the palm of your hand, but your hand's wet with sweat and your head needs a rest. And you're fooling yourself if you don't believe it. You're kidding yourself if you don't believe it. Why must there be such an angry young man when your future looks quite bright to me? How can there be such a sinister plan that can hide such a lamb, such a caring young man?" This is the quote that made me observe the people around me, the people in my class, the people but a year older than us. What I saw was exactly what the song described: kids working tirelessly without stopping to realize how fast their lives are passing by, and once they stop working, they ask themselves, where did all of the years go? It's a shame that people have wasted years all because there was no one there to tell them that they're living in the glory days. I remember on my first day of my senior year, Miss Willis came up to me and asked, "So what does it feel like to be a senior finally?" It took merely a second to think about what to say when I responded with, "Bittersweet." What I meant by that was I like knowing that we are finally going to leave this place and advance to the next stage in our life, but however, I dislike knowing once I do leave this place, all the faces that I saw on a daily basis would change into something unrecognizable. Although, unlike the true definition of bittersweet, sweet with a bitter aftertaste, this one is sweet, is bitter with a sweet aftertaste. Although leaving all you have ever known may seem scary, the door is open for an opportunity to meet new people and try new things. And even though in our next stage of life we are beginning to feel a deep nostalgia, a great yearning for our high school days, I cannot reiterate this point enough. Live in the moment, because in the blink of an eye, the moment will have passed, leaving you wishing you could relive it. My only regret is learning this lesson too late in life, even though most would consider me young. As we are commanded to look to our left and then to our right, just remember that living in the moment does not mean to forget where you came from, but to not dwell in it. I would like to thank this school, this class, these teachers, because without them, I would have never learned the most important lesson I could learn. Everybody wonders what their legacy should and will be. And before I walk out that door, and my face is but a blur in your memory, I want these words to ring through those halls for years to come, and this class's legacy to be noticed. On that note, I leave you with goodbye, farewell, and amen.
Our second speaker is Sophie Murphy. Sophie is the daughter of Sonia and Brian Murphy and has 4 siblings. She was involved in band, choir, soccer, dance, gymnastics, and FFA in high school. Sophie was also a member of the homecoming court. She volunteered at Paws and More and for gymnastics. She will attend Kirkwood for her associate's degree and then transfer to a 4-year school to major in music technology. Her speech is titled, "Okay to be Scared."
Hi, class of 2020. I know what you're all thinking. Who gave her the microphone? She doesn't know what she's talking about. Honestly, you're right. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've written this speech over and over about 20 times, wondering, what should I say? What do I wish someone would tell me? So instead of spewing inspirational quotes, I'll tell you what I wish someone would say to me. It's okay to be scared. It's all right to be afraid of what's to come. But guess what? We have been preparing for this moment all our lives, so embrace it. After 13 years of, you need to act like an adult, and I'm preparing you for college, or some other statement along those lines, we're all as prepared as we're going to be, and concurrently worrisome as we are now adults. Yet, we can't forget about our past. We all started school as snot-nosed kids that picked our boogers. Our days consisted of eating smiley face fruit snacks, napping, and watching TV shows like Wonder Pits. We learned how to read, and soon we were reading books like Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Captain Underpants. Then we entered middle school. We went through the dreaded pimple face phase and made inappropriate jokes as we learned about our changing bodies. Then we began to grow up. Some sprouted like trees and others stayed fun-sized. We started high school and joined different clubs. Then we slowly made our way up through the grades until we became seniors. We were the first to have a 5th block system, and though some of you may despise it, you must admit getting to watch The Office with Steen was pretty awesome. We all embraced our differences and excelled in the things we loved. The football team made it to playoffs, the dance team went to state, the marching band received a Division I score, and so many other teams did very well. Though we grew apart, we are still together. We are all connected through the school and through living in a small town. Even though some say it can be boring, it has its perks, like allowing us to grow together and know each other intimately. We all know everyone's names and a lot about each other. Not a lot of schools can say that. We all started out together and we are all finishing together. Let's not forget who supported us the whole way to this point. Let's not forget all the parents on the bleachers cheering us on right now. As Joss Whedon said, there's a fine line between support and stalking, and let's all stay on the right side of that. If your parents are like mine, they didn't listen to that quote. However, we must remember that everything they do is out of love. They shaped who we are, and they are our #1 supporters. They're the ones who cheered at your games until their voices were hoarse, or sat through all your band and choir concerts, or framed your artwork and hung it on the wall. Though our parents have supported us, we also have other supporters as well. So give a cheer for all the teachers who helped us not fail high school, who stayed before or after school to help the kids learn, who make games to make learning a little better, who talked about their life stories and gave us advice, who cooked all day so we could eat and cleaned our school so it was a clean learning environment. Let's give a big thanks to all of our supporters because without them, I know I wouldn't have made it. So I guess this is really it. This is really me and all of it saying goodbye. I know you want me to finish this long speech so you can get out of here and graduate, but I'm dreading it because this is the last step to starting our new lives. Our paths start leading us different ways. I'm not sure I will see you all again, but I hope I do. And I hope every one of you succeeds in life because we are all connected. We are the class of 2020. Now let's take that step into our new lives.
Our final speaker is Olivia Patient. Olivia Patient is the daughter of Carrie Willis and Kurt Patient and has an older sister, Addie. During high school, Olivia was involved in soccer, basketball, volleyball, track, band, FFA, Joy Club, Iowa Games soccer, and a 4-H club officer. She has been a volunteer for the KC Hall, the Washington County Cattlemen, and Mar Park Camp. She will attend Iowa State University. The title of her speech is Bittersweet.
I'm sure when many of us arrived at the high school, we had the same feeling as Michael Scott. We knew exactly what to do, but in a much more real sense, we had no idea what to do. When we entered the high school for the first time, it was a little overwhelming. We had to learn combinations for lockers we never used, had to make it from one side of the building to the other in 5 short minutes, and we had to face the upperclassmen, who threatened us with merely their presence. The freshmen this year don't even know the struggle. They came in not using their lockers, and we're pretty cool upperclassmen. Now, I'll apologize for my many references to The Office, partly because you won't understand if you haven't seen it, but mostly because you're missing out on one of the greatest TV shows ever. Next year, when we venture out into life outside the walls of WHS, whether it's college, the military, or the workforce, we'll want to declare bankruptcy. But we can all get through it. After all, it's not like student loan debt is at an all-time high and minimum wage is hard to get by on or anything. We have this to look forward to start the new decade, and I think most of us, in spite of it all, are pretty excited. I'm sure everyone enjoyed going to see a football game while dressed in the student section theme and having the band play the national anthem for us. Our class, as superior as we are, came out on top in the first annual homecoming volleyball, dodgeball, and minute to win it games. And we won float building for 3 years. Also, we had the fewest behavior referrals of any class in the high school. You're welcome, Mr. Van Welden, and good luck to the teachers these next few years. Speaking of the teachers, I'm sure all of us would like to give a huge thank you to them. I wouldn't have been able to make it through freshman year in world history without Steen making every joke possible during class, even though he has some of the most dad jokes ever. You know something I could have been able to make it through without? Mr. Langer's classes. The best part of those classes was knowing that everyone was in the same boat as you. Mr. Langer was trying to drive a speedboat, and we students were rowing along in a boat with a hole in it. Thank goodness he was always around to help us make corrections to tests early in the morning or after school. We always tried to squeeze an extra day out of him before we took a test because, hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. It didn't work very often. Everyone who takes math with him gets told that it's good because that's what professors will be like. So let's hope they tell bad jokes, throw boomerangs, toss us life preservers when we're struggling, and sing, just like Mr. Langer. This moment is a little bittersweet. Bitter because we're leaving behind extracurriculars, friends, and teachers, and sweet because we'll be starting a new life for ourselves. I'm okay with leaving because I know I've been prepared for my future, and when everyone comes back for class reunions, we'll be happy to see how everyone has grown in life. When I started this speech, I had no idea where I was going. I just hoped I would find it along the way. I'd like to close with the wise words from Andy Bernard. I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. So for anyone's sibling that got dragged here that still has time left in high school, make the most of it. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2020. Catch you on the flippity flip.
Normally, we would have a special awards night, and tonight we're actually going to combine it in with our commencement. So now it is my privilege to introduce Mr. Brent Van Welden, Dean of Students and Activities Director, to present this year's awards.
Good evening. I will now present the awards normally given at senior class nights. Students given awards or scholarships may pick them up from the table after receiving your diploma and having your picture taken, which will be right over there at those tables. Ms. Carla Garrett and Mrs. Kayleen Miller will be giving those to you. Any large trophies like these up here should be picked up after the graduation ceremony. I will now present the awards from the athletic department. If your name is called, just please stand. The Marine Corps Distinguished Athletes Awards are Kinsey Dua and Ethan Hunt. Scholar Athlete Awards are given to Leah Merrick and Michael Kimball. Audrey Webina and Michael Kimball have also been named to the National Interscholastic Swimming Association All-American Team. The Triathletes Awards are given to those athletes who participated in 3 or more sports. They are, and please remain standing, Kinsey Dua, Hallie Lydon, Olivia Patient, Addison Six, Juan Cano, Matthew Collett, Jaden Crawford, Ethan Hunt, Michael Kimball, Brady Knutson, Trevor Quigley, Justin Simmering, Caleb Tanner, and Luke Turner. Congratulations. Thank you, by the way. Outstanding athletes in each sport are awarded to, for volleyball, Addison Six. Please remain standing as well. For football, Luke Turner. For boys cross country, Evan Horrock. For girls cross country, Abigail Voss. For boys basketball, Luke Turner. For girls basketball, Addison Six. For wrestling, Matt Collett. For boys bowling, Drake Schluter. For girls bowling, Riley Schwartz. Mr. Roth would like all the senior boys who participated in track to please stand. Girls track, Leah Merrick. Boys soccer, Pascual Mendoza. For girls soccer, Mr. Kalk would like all the senior girls who participated in soccer to please stand. For boys golf, Brady Knutson and Brock Saboski. For girls golf, Emily Waite. And right now, would all the seniors who are currently participating in baseball and softball please stand? They are, what I would say, fortunate that they get to have their summer season. So good luck to all of you this summer. The Bernie Sagal Award is an award given statewide, and the recipient this year is Evan Horrock. Where's Evan? Did you stand? All right. The Les Leeper Sportsmanship Awards are given to Caitlin Mitchell, Olivia Patient, and Brady Knutson. Those are 2 of the trophies up here, so you guys have to come get those at the end. The Female Athlete of the Year goes to Addison Six. There's a trophy up here for you as well at the end. And the male athlete of the year is Luke Turner. Again, there is a trophy up here as well. Congratulations to all those athletes. The following awards are given by faculty to students who they feel have excelled in areas, classes, and or clubs that are deserving of special recognition. The Advanced Mathematics Achievement Awards are given to Kinsey Dua, Evan Horrock, and Audrey Webina. Please stand. That's something that I wouldn't have excelled in for sure. Science Achievement Awards, there's another one, are Braden Dua, Ray Ernest, Evan Horrock, Olivia Patient, and David Reese. Students completing advanced placement English literature and composition are Delaney Adams, Demetri Alexander, Caleb Baxter, Jaden Crawford, Jennifer DeJesus, Liam Eldridge, John Flannery, Kylie Geraltz, Isabel Gillespie, Cassandra Gonzalez, Sophie Murphy, Angel Jessica Narhara Perez, Olivia Patient, Desiree Pingle, Griselda Segun, Norelli Torrios, and Audrey Webina. Instrumental Music Awards. German Ramirez is awarded the Louis Armstrong Award. John Flannery has been chosen for the Quincy Jones Award. Audrey Webina is given the John Philip Sousa Award. Erica Salgado is awarded the Marine Corps Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence. John Flannery is honored for the role of Editor-in-Chief of the Earth Book. Members of the National Honor Society are wearing stoles to indicate their membership. Names of the NHS students are notated with a pound sign beside their name on the program. Would all NHF students please stand? The FFA DeKalb Award is awarded to Sophie Bell. The following awards are given by various clubs and groups. The Optimist Awards are given to students of the arts. Recipients of each of the art categories are, for the Art Award, it is given to Delaney Adams. The recipient of the Drama Award is Audrey Webina. The Instrumental Music Award is awarded to Isabella Gillespie. John Flannery is the recipient of the Speech Award. The Vocal Music Award is awarded to Emily Miranda. The Optimist of the Year Award is awarded from students who are chosen by the staff for Chaff's Choice Awards during the school year. This year's recipient of the Optimist of the Year is Evan Horrock. The Danforth Award is given to Stephanie Plants and Brayton Anderson. Thank you. The Elaine Perry Fellowship of Christian Athlete Award is awarded to Abby Voss. The John Prohaska Rotary Service Award is given to John Flannery. The Washington Cattlemen have awarded 3 scholarships. Recipients are Ellie Bell, Sophie Bell, and Leah Evans. Braden Dua and Evan Horrock are the recipients of the Cliff Perriott Memorial Scholarships. The Washington County Corn and Soybean Growers Award awarded 4 scholarships to Ellie Bell, Sophie Bell, Leah Evans, and Leah Merrick. The Cheryl Carroll Nelson Scholarship from the Iowa City Area Association of Realtors is given to Leah Merrick. Braden Dua is awarded the Henry County Chapter of Pheasants Forever Scholarship. 3 seniors are recipients of the Bernard and Dorothy McCarthy Memorial Education Scholarship. They are Desiree Pingle, German Ramirez, and Marifer Resendez. Mr. Buchholz will now present the local scholarships.
It is now my privilege to announce the recipients of the local scholarships. In 1985, there were 36 scholarships given by the district's citizens and various community organizations. The value of those scholarships was $20,615. This year, we will award 85 scholarships with a total of $145,585. We must emphasize that these scholarships, with few exceptions, are financed within the boundaries of the Washington Community School District. On behalf of the Board of Education, administration, and the faculty of Washington Senior High School, I would like to express our appreciation to all those who helped in any way provide these scholarships for the class of 2020. In awarding the local scholarships, the selection procedure is: students must apply through our counseling department and are then selected by designated committees for the various scholarships. I will only read the names of the scholarships and the recipients. When your name is called, please stand. You will receive your scholarship envelope after you receive your diploma at the same table where the awards are. If you would, please hold your applause until all scholarships have been announced. The AM Optimist Club awards 2 scholarships, Jaden Crawford and Caleb Tanner. The Washington Athletic Booster Club scholarships are awarded to Katie Donnelly, Marifer Resendez, and Luke Turner. The Rita and Ernst Beamblossom Memorial Scholarship is given to Marifer Resendez. The Ronald D. Benson Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Liam Eldridge. The recipient of the Dorothy D. Buckley Scholarship is Ray Ernst. The John and Anna Calkins Liberal Arts Scholarship is given to Kinsey Dua. David Reese is the recipient of the Olive Campbell Scholarship. 2 students are given scholarships by the Washington Chamber of Commerce Golf Days. The recipients are Brayton Anderson and Haley Schultz. The Irvin E. and Eva M. Coffey Trust scholarships are awarded to Jade Gilchrist Brock and Emily Miranda. The recipient of the Max H. and Gladys O. Cook Memorial Scholarship is Luke Turner. The Warren E. Corey Memorial Scholarship is given to Braden Dua. Emily Waite is awarded the Delbert L. Soper Noon Kiwanis Scholarship. The Dean Edwards Scholarship is given to Taylor Northrop. 7 recipients of the Boyd and Wilma MD are awarded to Ellie Bell, Sophie Bell, Leah Evans, Colin Griner, Brady Knutson, Hallie Leiden, and Olivia Patient. Washington Federation Bank Scholarship is awarded to Olivia Patient. Washington Fortnightly Club awards a scholarship to Alexis Moore. The Dale S. Fuhr Memorial Scholarship is given to Allison Hamilton. The recipient of the Richard G. Gipple Memorial Scholarship is Riley Swart. 4 recipients are awarded the George W. and Ellen B. Griffith Scholarships. They are Kinsey Dua, Evan Horak, Leah Merrick, and Audrey Webina. The John and Phyllis Jackson Music Scholarship is awarded to John Flannery. Isabella Gillespie is awarded the Clarence Jacobs Nursing Scholarship. The Kurt Jensen Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Tatum Hopshite. The recipient of the James Edward Kaufman Memorial Scholarship is Liam Eldridge. The Dale F. Kesey Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Justin Simmering. The Knights of Columbus Council, number 2008, awards 4 scholarships to Demery Bell, Samantha Mellinger, Olivia Patient, and Trevor Quigley. The Leona Koss Educational Scholarship is given to Macy Driscoll. The Neil R. Lampkin Scholarship Fund is awarded to Sophie Bell. Latinos for Washington awards 2 scholarships to Guadalupe de la Rosa and German Ramirez. The recipient of the Helen E. Levis Scholarship is Elizabeth Goodwin. Phil Long's Live in the Dream Scholarship awards 2 scholarships to Addison Six and Brock Saboski. The Merrick Trust Fund Scholarship awards a scholarship to Leah Merrick. The Washington Masonic Lodge presents its scholarship to Caitlin Mitchell. John Flannery is awarded the Milburn A. McKay Scholarship. The Lewis M. Meek Memorial Scholarship is given to German Ramirez. Madison Fishback is awarded the Mary Lee Moore Memorial Scholarship. The Noon Kiwanis Club Scholarship awards 2 scholarships to Evan Horak and Abby Voss. Caitlin Pasha and Addison Six are awarded the 2 Washington High School PTO Merit Awards. The Jesse Rada Scholarship is given to Hannah Anderson. Colin Greiner and Olivia Pasha are awarded the Nicholas Leo Reed Scholarships. The Elma B. Rice Scholarship is presented to Michael Kimball. 2 recipients are awarded the Clarence and Olive Richards Scholarships. They are Jace Buck and Tatum Hobshite. The recipient of the Mr. and Mrs. C.M. Robinson Memorial Scholarship is Trevor Quigley. Washington's Rotary Club awards 2 scholarships to Evan Horak and Michael Kimball. The John T. Sampson Scholarship is presented to Caleb Tanner. The Elva H. Shell Music Scholarship is given to John Flannery. The Maynard Marshall Science Scholarship is awarded to Ray Ernst. Demeter Alexander is the recipient of the Henry E. Shields Memorial Scholarship. The Fred and Ruby Shoemaker Memorial Scholarship is given to Brock Saboski. The Mr. and Mrs. Isaac Simons Memorial Scholarship is given to Desiree Pingle. The Stanley F. Simpson Science Prize is awarded to Braden Dua. The Sittler Nursing Scholarship is presented to Sierra Miller. Washington State Bank awards 3 scholarships to Savannah Hall, Evan Horak, and Emily Waite. Alexa Mitchell is awarded the Ruth Stout Memorial Scholarship. The YMCA Tom Trier Memorial Scholarship awards 2 scholarships to Michael Kimball and Lucas Kitchen. The recipient of the Michael Lee Walker Memorial Scholarship is Jonathan Bartholomew. The Richard Weeks Scholarship is awarded to Samantha Mellinger. Keela Broody and Guadalupe De La Rosa are awarded the Halden E. Williams Memorial Scholarship. Again, I would like to express our appreciation to all those who in any way help provide these scholarships to our students. Please give them all a big round of applause. And now will the class of 2020 please stand? On behalf of the faculty and administration of the Washington Community School District, I present to you the graduating class of 2020. All members present have completed the course of study prescribed by the state of Iowa, our local Board of Education, and faculty of Washington Senior High School. At this time, Mrs. Heidi Vidito, School Board Vice President, and Mr. William Stone, Superintendent, will award the diplomas. Mrs. Jonna Dalrymple, High School Counseling Department Administrative Assistant, will present the students. Any parent who would like to accompany your son or daughter to receive their diploma is encouraged to do so. If you choose not to participate, please remain seated until your student has returned back. Please hold your applause until all have received their diploma. Class, you may be seated until it is your turn to enter the stage.
Right, welcome. Okay, and like Mr. Buchel said, please hold your applause until the end. Okay. First row stand.
It's what we get for not running a practice here. Students, when your row stands, you'll work your way to that end over there. As you come around to the side, you notice our signs are all 6 feet apart. So you have the opportunity to stand at one of those signs until it's your turn when your name is called across the stage area here.
Delaney Jean Adams. Jaya Marie Alawalia. Matthew Dominique Regales Alcodia. Demetra Lee Alexander. Edgar Julian Emasquita in absentia. Brayton Leonard Anderson. Gabriella Rose Anderson. Hannah Joy Anderson. Jonathan Hunter Robert Bartholomew. Levi Christian Bomber in absentia. Caleb Mark Baxter. Nathan Lynn Beanblossom. Demery Page Bell. Ellie Albina Bell. Sophie Jacqueline Bell. Jarrett Thomas Bender. Grayson Wallace Blair. Bailey K. Pearl Brown. Dalton West Brown. Caleb Francis Broody. Jace Lee Buck. Colton James Burmeister. Juan Carlos Cano Jr. Megan Elizabeth Ann Case. Blake Dalton Kalupa. Matthew John Collett. Alicia Lynn Corrales Rugg. Jaden Ray Crawford. Jennifer De Jesus. Guadalupe Ann De La Rosa. Brandon Matthew Dickel. Katie B. Donnelly. Macy Lee Driscoll. Braden Allen Dua. Kinsey Jane Dua. Ray Ann Ernest. Liam Lehi Atong Eldridge. Lucas Lee Ellis in absentia. Tristan Chance Erker in absentia. Leah Mary Evans. Samantha Pearl Malatek Farmer. Grayson Thomas Fedler. Madison K. Fishback. John Patrick Flannery. Elena Christine Foster. Aaron Jasper Frechette. Claire Noel Frieden. Ryan David Fries. Kylie Nicole Geralds. Adam Lynn Geisen. Jade Catherine Gilchrist Brock. Isabella Rose Gillespie. Jillian Francis Goff in absentia. Cassandra Guadalupe Gonzalez in absentia. Elizabeth Rose Goodwin. Stephen Arlo Graham. Colin Patrick Griner. Brooke Lynn Habner-Kiever. Kylie K. Hafley. Savannah Rogers Hall. Allison Gail Hamilton. Samantha Brielle Harrell. Jasmine Alexis Hartman. Sydney Lynn Hastings. Ori William Henriksen. Ashley Hernandez. Tatum Ann Hobscheit. Evan Matthew Horak. Ethan Blaze Hunt. Taylor Dawn Janacek. Isaiah Michael Dean Johnson. Jeremiah Ernest Leroy Johnson. Devontae Nicholas Jones. Michael J. Kimball. Lucas Robert Kitchen. Brady Lowell Knutson. Hallie Lorraine Leiden. Joseph Patrick Lipsky. Jaden Michelle Long. In absentia. Leah Marie Merrick. Cody Wayne McClanahan. Eva Marie Pauline McCracken. Brandy Michelle Madrano. Samantha Jo Mellinger. Pascual Mendoza. Sierra May Miller. Samantha Brianna Miller. Rachel Alice Esther Meinert. Emily Rose Miranda. Alexa Victoria Mitchell. Caitlin Ann Mitchell. Alexis Lakin Moore. Maggie Ann Morgan. Sophia Erin Murphy. Angel Jessica Sofia Nahara Perez. Rachel Neri Lopez. Taylor Suann Northup. Caitlin Elizabeth Pesha. Olivia K. Pesha. Kyle Patrick Pierce. Desiree Ann Lim Pingle. Stephanie Dawn Plants. Ethan Zane Cope Plata in absentia. Kara Catherine Arlene Paschal. Trevor Joseph Quigley. German Ramirez. Vanessa J. Ramirez. Marifer Resendez. David Jonathan Reese. Griselda Yoxeline Sagun. Erica Salgado. Dylan Allen Sanders. Emily Kaylee Sue Shaley in absentia. Dawson Callie Schluter. Drake Roger Schluter. Lauren Morgan Elaine Schmidt. Addison Grace Shellman. Haley Nicole Schultz. Justin Jeremy Simmering. Addison Lee Six. Brock Landon Saboski. Tiffany Lynn Stefani. Sierra Marie Stout. Riley Joe Swart. Hannah Cater Talal. Caleb Sean Tanner. Christopher Tapia. Emma Ray Taylor. Andrew Nicholas Thornton Kenlow. Ellie Jean Todd. Nerly Torrijos. Luke Dean Turner. Tyler James Van Welden. Abigail Widmer Voss. Brody James Wagner. Emily Jean Waite. Max Daniel Winger in absentia. Adam Jacob Williams. Lucas Bradley Willits. Audrey Marie Wobana. John Gabriel Zimmer. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
I'm going to take about 30 seconds here right now. For most of you who don't know, I've been known as the king of high fives and hugs, and that might have been about as much torture as I've been through my entire life. Everybody came through, and I wanted to give them a high five or a hug and can't. So, thank you. Class, would you please stand, turn and face your parents? And now, would you move your tassel from the left to the right, signifying your graduation? Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you the alumni of 2020. You may all have a seat. At this time, would the seniors who earned silver cords please stand? The Silver Cord Service Commendation Hours honor students who volunteer their time to others in our community. Today, 43 graduating seniors earned 200 hours or more and proudly wear the silver cords at today's graduation ceremony. Collectively, the entire senior class accumulated a new school record of 13,736 hours of community service. You may be seated. And now what I'd like to do is recognize the top 5 students that earned the most hours. When I call your name, if you would, please stand. Gabrielle Anderson, 441 and a half hours. You bet. Isabella Gillespie, 450 and 3/4 hours. Emily Waite, 465 hours. In the number 2 spot, John Flannery with 668 hours. And our number 1 silver cord go-getter was Jonathan Bartholomew with 817 hours. Congratulations, that's outstanding, seniors. At this time, would students wearing the red cords please stand? 5 students today are being honored by the Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center with the Impact Award. They are Katie Donnelly, Samantha Miller, Olivia Patient, and Emily Shaley, and Ellie Todd. These students have given their gallon of blood to be able to save countless other lives. It is often said that to lay down your life for others is the greatest gift you can give. I can't think of a better runner-up. Thank you to all you who wear the red cords. New this year are cords worn by senior BPA members. Would you all please stand? 20 members receive these awards. The officers are recognized here as Kinsey Dua, Braden Dua, Madison Fishback, Brayton Anderson, Addison Six, and Savannah Hall. Please give this group a big round of applause. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Vita Thode, Curriculum Director, and she will present the Valedictorian and Salutatorian medals. Mrs. Thode.
Thank you, Mr. Buchholz. I will be announcing these names, and I wish I had the thingies that were in the ears of the speakers because I can hear this reverberating, so I apologize. When I call your name, please come forward. I will hand your award to you. You don't have to come across the stage. The class of 2020 awards one student as salutatorian. Michael J. Kimball completes high school with a cumulative grade point average of 3.997. He is the son of Brad and Julia Kimball. He will attend Iowa State University with an undecided major at this time. The class of 2020 awards one student as valedictorian. Audrey Marie Wabana completes high school with a cumulative grade point average of 4.0. She is the daughter of Grant and Diana Wabana. She will attend Webster University in St. Louis for lighting design. Thank you.
As we try something new out here today, we won't make it all the way through the whole thing without maybe a minor blunder here or there. There are a couple of awards that I didn't get a chance to be able to award out there earlier that I believe the students might have already picked up. If they haven't picked them up, make sure that they walk by to pick those up. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and introduce to you two of my choice awards this year. Every year I have the opportunity to try to choose a student as a principal choice award. And this year, without spending a next half hour reading their laundry list of all the things that these two students have done, I'm going to have them at least stand and be recognized, because between the two of them, between the national and state recognition that they have received, I would be reading to you 2 pages of things that these two students have done in their high school career. Earning the Principal's Choice Award were Miss Dua, would you please stand? Kinsey? And Miss Leah Merrick, would you stand? Did the two of you pick up your awards as you went through? Okay. Not sure yet. They haven't looked at all of them yet. Okay. Hopefully they did. Hopefully, if not, make sure you pick those up afterwards. And congratulations to both of you and how much you guys have done. The other 2 awards, you guys may be seated. I get the opportunity to do this because I can. I decided that this group out here kind of missed out on a little bit of this spring. So I decided that instead of just the 2 choice awards that I had here with these 2, I would also offer 2 leadership awards. Those 2 leadership awards, I'm going to have these 2 students that stand, if they would. Abby Voss and Audrey Webana, would you please stand? So new for this year for those 2, they were chosen because of this. Besides having a laundry list of great things that they've accomplished, besides being top students, they had a leadership ability that stood out. First of all, Abby Voss, I had the opportunity through the Fellowship of Christian Athletes of joining her group several times as they had their breakouts. Her vulnerability to be able to visit with the girls in her group and be able to talk to them about personal items and allow the opportunity for the other group members in that group to be able to say what they were feeling was amazing. Abby, I thank you for everything that you did for not only the other students in this class, but the students in the underclass as well. Let me give her a round of applause. And to Audrey, I had an opportunity to not only call on you thousands of times to see if you would help me in the auditorium, whether it's set up for sound or light or whatever it happened to be, but you were also a drum major as a leadership there. You led a class in terms of academics, and you went on to become an excellent athlete as well. That well-rounded style puts you in a leadership category that covers the entire spectrum. Congratulations. To wrap up this evening's festivities in here, I need to make sure that these following students return after we have dismissed. The students who receive the following awards, please return to the stage here after the recessional. Valedictorian and Salutatorian, the Art Choice, Drama Choice, Instrumental Music Choice, Vocal Choice, Speech Choice, Optimist of the Year, the Bernie Saga Award winner, Les Leeper Award winners, Athletes of the Year, the Elaine Perry FCA person, and the Cliff Perriott Award winner. If you guys would please return to the stage following the recessional, I greatly appreciate it. Anyone who would like pictures of the graduates with the superintendent or any school board officials, please return to the stage following the recessional. Dayton Schluter has taken photographs of each graduate as they receive their diploma today. If you're interested in ordering any of these photographs, please refer to the price sheet mailed to all households or contact the office for order forms. Please stay seated until the graduates' recessional is completed. This concludes the 2020 commencement exercise. Good luck and God bless the class of 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending the 2020 graduation ceremony this evening. I know many of you have sat here for 2 hours and the restrooms are open back there if you need them. Please enjoy the rest of your evening.
Any assistance with your tear down here?
Oh, yeah, but I have no idea what yet at this particular point, to tell you the truth.
They turned out
Less than 2 hours worth, so
that was really smooth.
I hope people are happy with it.
Daylight is